Long ago, before the world grew loud and complicated, there was a man who made a simple but extraordinary choice. He chose to walk closely with God. His name was Enoch. Not much is written about him, but what is written changes everything. Enoch lived in a time a lot like our own. The world around him was drifting. People were turning away from truth, chasing things that did not last, and forgetting the one who made them. Noise was everywhere. But in the middle of all that noise, Enoch was quiet. He was still, and he listened. Every single day, he made a choice, not a dramatic, once-in-a-lifetime decision, but a small, steady, daily one. He chose to stay close to God. He chose to pray when others were distracted. He chose to obey when others were rebelling. He chose faith when the world chose fear. This is what the ancient scriptures mean when they say Enoch walked with God, not perfectly, not without struggle, but consistently, faithfully, day after day, year after year, for 365 years. Enoch was also a man who was not afraid to speak the truth. In a generation that had turned its back on goodness, he stood up and spoke. He warned people that a day of judgment was coming, that actions have consequences, that God sees everything, even what is hidden. These were not easy words to say. They were not popular words either. But Enoch said them anyway, because a man who truly walks with God cannot stay silent when the world is heading in the wrong direction. He was not angry when he spoke. He was not harsh. He simply told the truth, calmly and clearly, the way a loving father warns his children before they make a terrible mistake. Ancient writings paint an even deeper picture of Enoch. They describe him as someone who was shown things most people never see. Heavenly places, the movement of stars, the nature of angels, the future of humanity. It is as though the closer he walked with God, the more the veil between heaven and earth became thin for him. He began to see the world not just as it was, but as God sees it. This is what a life of deep faith can do. It shifts your vision. It changes what you see as important. It gives you a peace that the world cannot explain and cannot take away. And then came the moment that no one expected. There was no sickness, no long goodbye, no grave. One day, Enoch was simply walking his path, as he always did, and then he was gone. The scriptures say it quietly and beautifully. God took him, not death, not tragedy, just God, gently reaching down and bringing his faithful servant home. Enoch stepped from this world directly into eternity, without ever passing to the shadow of death. It was the most tender reward imaginable, a lifetime of faithful steps, and at the end of those steps, not a grave, but a door, not an ending, but a beginning. So what does the life of Enoch mean for us today? It means that where you are right now is not too broken, too far, or too ordinary for God to work with. Enoch did not live in a perfect world. Neither do we. But he chose every single day to keep walking, to keep believing, to keep his heart turned toward heaven, even when everything around him pointed the other way. That same path is open to you right now. Faith is not one giant leap. It is 1,000 small steps taken quietly, steadily, and with trust. Enoch shows us that those steps lead somewhere beautiful, somewhere beyond anything this world can offer. Walk gently, walk faithfully, and know that you are never walking alone. If this story brought something gentle and good into your day, please share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe so you never miss a story like this one, and come back every day. There is always something here worth holding on to. Until next time, walk in peace.